An overwhelming sea of red. First, you hear it. Then you feel it. You know it's game day. Wisconsin versus San Jose State. Get your tickets now.
Welcome to another video exclusive on UWBadgers.com. I'm Patrick Herb. Thursday marked the final full day of preparation before Saturday's home opener against San Jose State. The Spartans come into Camp Randall Stadium, losing 48-3 at number 1 Alabama last Saturday, while Wisconsin rolled to a 41-21 win in their opener at UNLV. Head coach Bret Bielema spoke to the media following practice.
There is an outside chance for Chris Borland. We'll just make a game time decision. He hasn't practiced as of yet. And then, I guess that's it. And then on offensive line, Billy Nagy will start, but Kevin Zeitler will play quite a bit, and otherwise all the other positions stay the same.
Taylor's going to start.
Uh-huh.
I know that, I remember last year he missed a lot of practice time and you guys felt confident in him. What's the rationale behind him starting? I mean, he's ready for it?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That surprise you at all?
Well, I mean, if Blake or if Chris was playing, I don't know if we would start him, but definitely.
Has Taylor just not missed a beat when you saw him in practice?
Yeah, he started doing some stuff. I thought he might have a chance last week because he moved around pretty good last Wednesday, and then Thursday was a little bit sore, so he didn't do much Thursday, and then came back and on Tuesday looked really good, and then you're holding your breath on Wednesday to see how he's going to come back, and he practiced better than he did on Tuesday. So today he felt pretty good coming off, and hopefully move forward.
What do you think he can add to your defense?
Kurt Phillips? No.
What do you think Taylor can bring?
Well, Mike's a big play guy. He's a guy that has the ability, athleticism similar to what Chris. I mean, he just can make some plays that others can't. And the other thing is, Mike, until when he went out last year, was our leading tackler and one of the best leading tacklers in the Big Ten. I think he was 3 or 4 in the league. So he's a very active guy.
On Monday, you mentioned something about Oglesby needing to show you something, or you weren't real pleased with him after last week. Is he showing you what he needs? That's
not true. I tied him with, just like we did with other people, Josh probably played as good a football as he's ever played here. What I was referring to was the penalties, and he's going to correct those things, or it's up to him what he does. But he'll start, and he's going to hopefully play well.
What did you find out about Borland from Tuesday's test?
It was negative. What we had feared was there was going to be something significant issue in there, and there wasn't. So it's something that he's going to just basically feels a lot better today, and they thought after day 5 it'd be a big jump. And if he doesn't go this week, should be clear fine for no problem next week.
Are you hoping that you can get Budmeyer some snaps?
I would. He's in that contest outside there. Not a contest, but he's going to throw a pass to a student. We got a freshman in there, and they want to know if I wanted Scott to do it or Budmeyer. So let's give Budmeyer's first completion in Camp Randall in front of a crowd. So that's honestly why I did it.
If the opportunity arises, do you want to get White some touches in the return game?
Last week we actually went into the game and thought if the situation presented itself, and then in pregame I saw him drop 2 kicks. So I was actually thinking the exact same thing today, and he put one on the ground during practice. But he's really got great ball security. He has not been an issue all through fall camp. And he didn't even, I believe he returned kicks in high school, but not all the time. And they had some of the good players at his school that it wasn't something he did all the time.
You faced a couple pistol teams in the last couple years, haven't you?
Yeah, but this one's a little unique. That running back lines up at 9 yards depth. I don't know if you guys seen obviously you probably watched the film or the game last week, but it's very unusual how much depth the running back has, and they really try to lock on guys up front and just let them kind of siphon it all out. So it's a little different style of play. Alabama, the first series went right down the field. So it's something we know we're going to have to get a feel for as the game goes on.
What are the challenges in general in that formation?
Well, it's very, the whole idea is the back, it's kind of the spread offense out of an I formation so that you can go, in spread teams when the back is offset, there's only a certain number of plays that can go each direction. In a pistol, in theory, you should be able to do all plays in all directions.
With the way the first week went, some mistakes on your guys' part, and then also throughout college football, Kansas lost to North Dakota State, Ole Miss lost to a smaller team. Probably no trouble keeping these guys focused.
No, this is a team that played very well against Alabama. I know the score got a little bit out of hand there at the end, but the mistakes we made, I said this after the game, I'm so glad the game came out 41-21 because the things that we saw, how quickly they can turn a game. I believe we had a 17-14 lead and they had 12 yards on the board, and it's just goes to show you, if you aren't secure with the football, what can happen.
But did you have to make any emphasis, like, hey, look what happened to Ole Miss, look what happened to Kansas?
No,
like
we talk about mainly in special teams, because a lot of them involve some special teams or ball security issues, and there was enough examples in our game that we didn't have to really go into detail.
The freshman students out there pretty excited?
Yeah, they're always excited though. The freshmen, the first time at Camp Randall, and again, this place always amazes me. I didn't know what was going on the first time this ever happened. Coach didn't even tell us as coaches. I was, of course, a newbie, so I didn't know what was going to happen. And all of a sudden, I start hearing these students on a Thursday practice, which I'd never been accustomed to. But it definitely educates them on what we expect when they get in the stadium. So it's a fun thing for everybody.
It's almost time for kickoff as the home portion of Wisconsin's 2010 football season is about to begin. Kickoff is set for 11 a.m. Saturday here at Camp Randall Stadium against San Jose State. The game's televised on ESPN, and you can get all the post-game coverage here on UWBadgers.com.